Mehak, I'm waiting for you. Class 7C, we are doing the lesson in geography, that is human environment, transport and communication. As we have started the chapter yesterday, we had discussed how important it is for a developing and a developed country to have a good transport and communication system. It also suggests that as far as the human beings have developed themselves, transportation and communication has also developed to a very great extent. And why are we doing all this? All this is done due to the ever so shrinking world and the expansion of globalization. We have discussed what is globalization. It means being connected to the rest of the world for social, economic, and recreational purposes. And we were talking about the modern means of transport and how they help us out. We have yesterday discussed about the most important, the most easily accessible, and the most popular mode of transport, and that is the roadways system. We have discussed about the international roadways as well as our country roadway system, where we discuss about the expressways, the highways, and the golden quadrilateral, which connects the four major cities of India, namely New Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. Now is the time to discuss about the railways system, and now shall we discuss about Indian and other countries' rail network of the world. So please put today's date on this topic, railways. I repeat, whenever you look for a topic discussion on the internet, means on the YouTube channel or on the school website, you can search it through the date. So it is very important to put the date and to look it up through date only. So kindly put today's date. It is 6th of January, near the topic railways. Yes, Shivanshi, you can begin reading now.
Railways. Invention of steam engines by James Watt and the Industrial Revolution revolutionized the transport system. It gave birth to railways. Railways form the fastest and cheapest linkage on land. They are the best means for carrying bulky goods and large number of people over long distances in less time. They are
Okay.
also cheap and efficient. In industrial regions, railways serve as the main channels for collection of raw material and distribution of finished products. With the progress of science and technology, diesel and electric locomotives as well as
Electrification.
electrification of the railway tracks made the railways super fast. They may be broad gauge or meter gauge depending on the landscape.
Gauge. It is broad gauge or meter gauge.
Flat terrain and huge population density together with high level of agriculture and industrial development have led to high concentration of railway network in the plains. Cities like Mumbai and Kolkata have frequent local train services connecting the city with the shrubs. The prairies of USA and the pampas of
Suburbs.
uh, South America have well developed railways network for transport of agricultural and dairy products mainly to the ports. In cities like London, Paris, Delhi and Kolkata, we have underground or elevated railways called the metro running within the city.
Stop. So, talking about railways, I'm sure all those who are listening to me have at least once traveled through the Indian railways, and we very well know how convenient and how much fun it is to travel through the railways. Now, to carry a large number of people from one place to another, and also to carry all the bulky goods at the same time, we make use of railways. The broad gauge and the meter gauge are spread on the floor, on land, and on them the rail wagons run. What are the rail wagons? These are the smaller or bigger wagons. Wagons means travelers or carriers along with an engine which pulls them out. Initially, there were steam engines. The first ever steam engine was developed by James Watt. Underline its name, James Watt. Now, because steam engine was causing a lot of air pollution, because we need to burn more and more tons and tons of coal, and that is why steam engine was overpowered by the electric engines or the diesel or other fuel engines. Now we see that there are certain electricity lines which are running parallel to the gauges. Gauges means rail ki patri. That is called a gauge. So they are running parallel to the gauges, and when the railway engine is connected to those electricity wires, it gives enough fuel, or you can say it gives enough energy to the railway engines to drag those wagons which can run the railways, which can run the trains. So with this we can say that Indian railways and the railways around the world have served to be a great means of transport for across the world. We can also say that there can be a broad gauge and a meter gauge. If you remember, there is a term called badi line wali train and choti line wali train, right? So they can be a little broader. Those having the side lower and side upper seats, those are called the broad gauge railways. And those who do not have those side seats, those are called as the meter gauge railways. So they can be small broad gauge or meter gauge depending upon the area available for the gauges to spread. The countries like Mumbai, now even Lucknow also, Kolkata, New Delhi, Jaipur, London, they do have the metro railway network, means the rails can run from within the city and they can connect sorry, one city to another city also. Sometimes when two countries are connected through land, you can go from one country to another country in trains also. So trains connect people from one place to another place in the same city, from one city to another city in a country, and even from one country to another country. Different kinds of train services, like you can say there is a tram, there are local trains like those which are running in Mumbai and Kolkata since a very long time in India. And then there are metro railways. Most of us must have seen the metro railway network which is running in Lucknow also. They can move on land, they can go through the overbridges, and they can go even underground. Similarly, we have the Jaipur metro, the Delhi metro, the Chennai metro, and nowadays Mumbai metro is under construction. So the metro railway network, the normal trains network, the local train network, the tram network, all this provides a good channel, a quick channel, and you can say a very cheap channel of transportation of people and goods from one place to another. Modern technology, I'm reading it out from the next page, page number 57, kindly pay attention. Modern technology has enabled building of tunnels and bridges through hilly and mountainous regions. If you have traveled through a toy train, have you ever traveled through a toy train in the hill regions, especially Shimla or Missouri? Have you? Anyone? The trains which pass through tunnels, and these tunnels are created by creating a cavity in the mountain areas. So nowadays the technology has improved so much that even we can reach to the mountain areas with the help of rails. So it has created tunnels and bridges through hilly and mountainous regions. You can underline this. This has enabled development of railways in hilly areas. That is the Konkan Railway in the Western Ghats, the Trans-Montane Railways in Europe across the Pyrenees, the Alp Mountain Range train network in the Carpathians, and the Trans-Andes railway system in South America that crosses through the Andes mountain range. The densest railway network exists in the urbanized and industrial areas of Western Europe and East Central USA. Please underline the densest rail network in India. The densest rail network in India is in Europe and East Central USA. We even have a very dense railway network in India also. India ranks fourth. See, you can underline this. India ranks fourth in the world and first in Asia in the density of railway network. Now, if you check out the railway network on a map, if you check out a thematic map which is telling you the railway network, you can see how dense it is. So the densest railway network in the world is in USA and Europe, and India ranks fourth in this list. India also has a very well developed railway network. Now the Indian Railways reaches to almost all the cities and nearly most of the towns and villages across India. Some transcontinental railways that connect west to east coast of the country are as follows. And we will now read out the important railway networks in India. Aranya, can you read us out? Aranya, I repeat. Shraddha, can you read this out for us? Aranya. Nusra, can you read this out for us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so please read out from some transcontinental railways.
Some transcontinental railways that connect west to east coasts of countries are as follows. First, the Trans-Siberian Railway, the world's longest railway line, connects St.
Petersburg.
Petersburg in European Russia to Vladivostok on the east coast of Asian Russia. Second,
Okay, so the first one is underline the name, the Trans-Siberian Railway. Underline the name, the Trans-Siberian Railway, and it connects St. Petersburg to Vladivostok. St. Petersburg to Vladivostok. It is in Russia. Next one. Nusra.
the Union Pacific Railway in USA passes through the heart of USA, that is, from New York in the east to San Francisco in the west.
Okay, underline the name Union Pacific Railway. Now there is Union Pacific Railway in USA that travels from New York to San Francisco. From New York to San Francisco. Both are in America only. Next, the third one.
The Canadian Pacific Railway connects Vancouver on the Pacific
Vancouver.
coast to Halifax on the Atlantic coast.
Okay, the third important railway chain is the Canadian Pacific Railway. The Canadian Pacific Railway connects Vancouver to Halifax. Underline the names. It connects Vancouver to Halifax. It is not only a fact written in the chapter, but it is great general knowledge also. So kindly underline and try to remember these. Okay, let us talk about the fourth one.
The Trans-Andean Railway connects Valparaiso in Chile on the Pacific coast to
Chile.
Buenos Aires in
Valparaiso.
in Argentina on the Atlantic coast.
Okay, so the Trans-Andean Railway. Trans-Andean means across the Andes Mountain. Trans means किसी चीज को pass करते हुए आगे जाना. So Trans-Andean. Underline the name, the Trans-Andean Railway, the fourth important railway network in the world, which connects Valparaiso in Chile. Chile is a country to Buenos Aires in Argentina. So from Chile to Argentina. Please connect and underline the names. The fifth one. Yes, Nusra?
The Trans-Australian Railway runs between Perth and Sydney.
In Africa?
In Africa, railways were mainly developed by the colonial powers to exploit its resources, but dense forests and deserts have restricted their development.
Okay, so the last one is the Trans-Australian Railway, which connects Perth, which is a city in Australia, to Sydney, which is another city in Australia. Now they say the African Railway was developed by the colonial powers. Colonial power means another country having a rule in Africa. Another country people having a rule in Africa. For example, when the Britishers ruled India, they had set up colonies in India. So the colonial powers which were ruling Africa, they had developed the African railways to exploit its resources. What are the resources available in Africa? It's a very rich source of natural resource because they are having very thick, dense forest, and all that forest can provide is abundantly available in Africa, be it wood, be it medicines, be it fuel, or the n number of things. But the dense forests and deserts have restricted their development. But उस तरह से अफ्रीका में railway system develop नहीं हो सका because the forests were really very thick and it was very difficult to clear those forests and to set up the railway network. And also Africa is a deserted region. It is lying in the equator section, so it is desert all around, and that is why the railway network could not set up there. Anyway, we have talked about the 5 major transcontinental railway networks, namely the Trans-Siberian Railway, first one, the Union Pacific Railway, the second one, the Canadian Pacific Railway, which is the third one, the Trans-Andean Railway, and the Trans-Australian Railway. So we will keep the explanation for today till here only. Now I think we are going to meet in the next week. But before we do that, let us mark down some exercises. So could you please turn to the exercise section, time to learn. And have a pencil with you. It is page number 62, I think, as per the new book. Page number 62, as per the new book. Exercise A. Kindly respond me so that I can also get to know that you have understood. Shraddha, will you be able to tell me the first one? Look for the answer. Multiple choice question. In which of the following regions can you find a dense network of railways?
Ma'am, I'm using old books.
Okay, you are using an old book. It means the answers are already there. So it is the prairies of USA. Mehak,
Yes.
read out the second one. Be ready with the second one. It is simple. Which of the following transport system? Yes?
Ma'am, I'm using old book.
Okay. Are there people? Ashley, are you using a new book? Which of the following transport system will you use to send exotic fruits and flowers? It is the
Airways.
very good. Thank you. It is the airways. Somebody else to answer me the third one. Fine. Grisha, will you help us out in telling the fourth one? Third one, sorry. Which mode of transport will you use to reach the Andaman and Nicobar Islands? How will you reach there? It is through the ship. Next, Ishita. Fourth one. Which of the following is the most modern means of communication? Sorry, it is the internet. Okay, it is the internet. And the fifth one. Which of the following modes of transport is fuel efficient? It is waterways. Waterways are most fuel efficient. I think we have discussed this already. Let us do the fill in the blank section. A good and well knit dash system is essential. Please raise hand for the answers. And if you don't, I will not tell you the answers. This is not done. Nobody is participating. A good and well knit dash system is essential for the development of any country. Come on, raise your hand for the answer. Ishita. Mehak. Okay, Mehak wants to tell. A well knit. Yes, Mehak. What is the answer?
Ma'am, transport.
A well-knit transport system. Okay, fine, good. Joshita, please tell me the second one. In Andes Mountain, in South America, dash are used for carrying load. I have told you. Please tell me the second one. Raise your hand for the answer. Llamas are used. Okay. Nusra, can you tell me the third one? Nusra, can you tell me the third one? Dash are the easiest and most common means of transport for short distance. I hope my voice is reaching to all of you. Yes, it is.
Roadways.
Okay, thank you. It is the roadways. Fourth one. Now let me tell you the fourth one. It has 3 blanks in it. The dash railways. Write down Trans-Siberian. Trans-Siberian. First blank. The Trans-Siberian Railways, comma. The world's longest railway line, comma, connects. The second blank is St. Petersburg. Fourth answer, second blank. It is St. Petersburg. It is written in the blue box. Kindly check the spelling before writing. So St. Petersburg in Europe. In European Russia to Vladivostok. Vladivostok on the east coast of Asian Russia. So in the first blank, you will write Trans-Siberian. In the second blank, you will write St. Petersburg. And in the third blank, you will write Vladivostok. Answer number 5. It is dash are used for faster service. It is helicopters. Blank number 5 is helicopters. Quickly mark down true and false. Television is a means of mass communication. It is true. Television is the means of mass communication. This is true. Second one, the cave dwelling of primitive people are example of permanent settlement. No, this is false. So second one is false. Third one, pipelines are suitable for transporting liquids. This is true. Third is true. Fourth, telephone is the most modern means of instant communication. So fourth one is false. Telephone is not most modern. Internet is the most modern. So fourth one is false. And fifth one, we find a dense network of railway in the prairies of USA. Yes, this is true. Is there any more true and false in the new book?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No, ma'am.
so that's it for today. That's it for today. Please complete the glossary and make sure that we'll meet on the next round to discuss about the waterways and the airways. Your homework is to read out about the waterways and the airways. Thank you for joining. See you. Bye-bye.